All right, in this short video, I'm calling this a value study video. I want to ultimately be able to paint this still life apple picture. One of the most common things people paint early on in their painting career are still lifes of fruit. And so I'm going to do this. I've simplified it. It's one piece of fruit and there's a strong shadow. When you're learning to paint, one of the first things you need to learn to do is to focus on values as opposed to color. A lot of people get caught up in thinking about the colors that they're trying to paint. In this case, the red and the greenish yellow and the tabletop color. But they get confused and they don't focus on the values. And so in a previous video, I showed you how you can take a picture, color picture, and turn it into a high contrast, grayscale, black and white style picture like this. And boosting the contrast so that you really see the really whites of the picture, the real black areas of the picture, and some of the tones in between are values. In between, values are just simply the light areas and darkest areas of the picture. Really all the light and dark areas of the picture, from dark to light, and all the values in between. And good painting in whatever medium will really have a real strong sense of the different values of the picture. And we'll go from white light to dark black. And so by making a high contrast image of your subject matter using like Photoshop, you can help yourself focus in on that. So I'm going to try and paint this grayscale picture. I'll be using Mijello Mission Gold paints. I'm going to just be using their Indigo color on my palette, which is maybe a little hard to see here, but it is a bluish tinted black. It looks grayish black, but it's got a little bit of cool blue to it, and I really like it a lot for my kind of my gray tone color. Let's go ahead and talk about how we make these tones and the differences between them. I've just prepared here, I just have a piece of Arches 140 pound cotton paper. And I just want to talk a little bit about making the values and how we do that. Again, here I've got my paint, and I want to, first of all, be able to paint a dark. So I've got my paintbrush just full of that indigo, and I want to paint a nice solid, almost black color. Okay, so that's my darkest value. I want to also then be able to clean out my brush, remove some of that paint value, and now paint next to that a medium dark swatch of color that is dark but not quite as dark, what we call a medium dark value. You can see that there. Clean out the brush, and we also then would want to be able to paint with a bit more water in our mix a medium light value. Again, we're only using one color because we aren't interested in, we're trying to create a grayscale type image, and we're not going to worry about the actual realistic colors of the apple. In this case, we're just going to paint. And last but not least, we want to add a lot of water to our color and just try to get a real light value. Okay, so we're going from dark to light using one color and trying to be able to control the amount of water in your mix so that you can get those different values. I'm going to go ahead and let this dry so we can take a look at it. What I'm doing here is a value study of this simple apple, and again, really one of the most important parts of learning to paint in any medium is learning how to express the values of the painting. So I've gone ahead and created this high contrast grayscale version of the picture, removing all the color, desaturating it, so that I can just focus on values. You can see this picture contains, it is high contrast. It goes all the way from white, which we have a couple areas of complete white, down to areas that are really almost completely black. And so I'm going to try and express those areas through multiple values using a single color. This is my Indigo color palette from the Mijello Mission Gold paint set palette that I use. This is with almost completely black to a medium dark, medium light to a fairly light value. Of course, I'll also include some areas of white in the painting, so I'll have 5 values total is what I'm attempting to do. I've gone ahead and made a simple pencil sketch of some of the outlines of the apple here, as you can see, just so I can kind of guide my painting. As usual, I'm going to start with the lightest values. So on my palette, I'm going to mix a very light version of this. I'm using about a, I don't know, 3/4 inch wide paintbrush. Just working fairly large paintbrush. I'm trying to make a quick, simple study of this, so I don't want to get too much caught up in the details. Most importantly, need to maintain the white highlights. You don't want to accidentally paint in those areas, as you want to maintain that real strong highlight. Okay, I've gone ahead and reproduced my lightest of the values here, as you can see. Okay, I want to go into my next areas of value. A little more pigment on the brush. I often will test the color on an just to make sure I'm not getting too much pigment. Okay, you can see now I've done this second value, and now I want to go a little bit darker, grabbing areas out of the original painting that are that medium dark area. Okay, now, again, done that third value here. And now I want to try and replicate this darkest of values in the very darkest areas of the picture. There aren't too many of them, so we will just try to focus in on those couple spots there that represent the darkest area of the picture. Okay, the background here really looks in places like this tone and in some places this tone. A lot of times what I'll do is paint the darker tone, the lighter tone over on the darker side edge of the apple and the little bit darker tone over here just to get greater contrast. Alright, there we go, our tonal value study of an apple. All done.